Top of the afternoon, top of the afternoon, top of the Sunday afternoon. It's your boy B Jizzle and my girl Kales with the intels, and we've got a seismic shift going on right before our eyes today, Kales. I don't know if you realize this or not, but we are now on episode 7, where we have gone 6 straight episodes of defense. Well, we started out with BPA, 5 episodes of defense, and now we're on to the offensive, and we're starting in the trenches today. So how are you doing out there in DC? And how's the weather?
Pretty good, pretty good. Since we're on offense, I decided to pour myself a little shotty.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. We're streaming live on 3 platforms. So special shout out to everybody on Built Different Group, especially our Built Different Group supporters. Thank you for supporting the content, bringing this to everybody here today. Special shout out to everybody on LinkedIn, all of the professionals. I'll see you out there in Arlington next month at the Military Creator Con. Appreciate everybody tapping in on the Creator Hub newsletter. And a special shout out to everybody on YouTube, all of the subs tapping in today. We're live with StreamYard on 3 platforms. What's up, Jalen? We see you tapping in. How we doing? Make sure y'all press like and share the video. It's just me and Kales. Bob had to call in. He took a PTO day. Him and his wife are out on a mini vacay. And so there are 2 on the big 3 here today as Kales, with all of the intels, is going to be covering about 11 links she sent me on DM and Instagram for all the highlights. And I got your boy up first, the number 1 ranked offensive lineman. So whenever you're ready, is there some new intel surrounding the Cowboys? Because I do have something that somebody shared in our group. Special shout out to Caitlin, tapping in for the ladies of the context. I do want to share.
If she want to hop in on offense, hey girl, hop on in.
Yeah, no, actually, she shared some intel today that I see was shared by Mike Leslie, and I want to share that to kind of put things in perspective here before you get to going in the trenches. And it was basically a snapshot of all of the moves that the Cowboys have now made during free agency, and I thought it was pretty neat. I wanted to put this up here so we could take a look at it. Here we go, right here. But these are all of the moves that the Cowboys have made. And in particular, we signed offensive lineman Matt Hennessy, offensive lineman Tyrus Wheat, and then also offensive guard Rob Jones. No, we lost him. Who else we signed? We signed one other offensive lineman, I thought. But anyway, we had 3 offensive.
Have my glasses on.
We had 3 offensive linemen total already signed under the new free agency moves that the Cowboys have been making. So special shout out to Caitlin. Thank you for sharing that in the group. I thought that was great that, everybody just pay attention. The Cowboys are making the moves, whether you like it or not. If it's not Max Crosby or if it's not, Myles Garrett, which seems to be the new shiny object. What up, Lee? We see you tapping in. What's up, Vontel? How we doing? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure you press like. But Kales, any new intels with the Cowboys other than what's already been reported? Anything you can see on the horizon?
Well, you already talked about the signings that happened this week. That's basically it on my end. There's time to draft.
Yeah. So the BPA is continuing to change because I know we need defense, and that's what we've been talking about. But now we're on the offensive lineman, where the Cowboys love to seem to go in the first couple of picks. And as we kick this show off, we're going to have our mock draft simulator up. So we're going to take a look at which of the offensive linemen are there. Because in most of our mock drafts, Kales, all of the defensive players are going off, except for this one offensive lineman. And I think we can go ahead and kick that off with your guy, how you say it, Francis Mauigoa?
Mauigoa.
Okay, I want to make sure I get it right. Shout out to the islands out there. But this is a pretty big dude. He's on everybody's radar, and I think he's going to be the first offensive lineman off the board. Tell us about Francis.
Okay, so Francis, he's from Miami. He's definitely going to be gone in the top 10. So I would not. I don't want people to get
too emotionally invested in. We're going to draft that guy.
Exactly.
I don't think nobody wants to draft an offensive lineman first right now, Kels, to be honest. But I feel you.
I think anything right now that's on offense is a waste of a draft pick. That's not indicative of him or a shot at him. I'm just being
based on our needs and the BPA and how
exactly.
we're not to be playing in the offensive sandbox just yet.
Exactly. So Morgal, he is a excuse me, he is primarily right tackle. Potentially he is a hybrid that can potentially be moved to a guard based on whatever team gets him needs. So he is a hybrid. Like we talked about, he has a massive frame. He's a very powerful run blocker. He has very violent hands and a high motor. To his aggressiveness, he has some of his strengths is he's an elite run blocker with role greater abilities. He is a strong, solid anchor and pass protection. Some of the areas where he needs a little bit improvement is he can overextend and occasionally he struggles with speed. He's a big boy. He's 6'6", 335 pounds. You don't want them, don't expect a lot of speed to come. He's not a
it's not like the defensive line where we're on the 300 club, huh?
Exactly.
He's big and heavy for a reason. I got you.
Exactly. So so his prospect grade came in at a 6.48. And as far as all his rankings, he is in the green. So production score, he's 71, and he came in 8th place. As far as athleticism, he ranked 17th with a score of 73. His overall total, he ranked 7th with a score of 77. And y'all know one of my perks with players, or one of my likes, he does have big hands, measuring in at 10.5/8.
Yeah, he's 300 plus pounds. He got to have some big hands.
Yeah, his wingspan is 33 1/4. So at the combine, he did drop just a little bit of weight. He came in at the combine and his pro day coming in at 329 pounds.
Now, is he an offensive lineman, a tackle, a guard? What is he specifically?
He's an offensive right tackle, and he's a hybrid guard.
I bring that up because I want to bring this up too as well. We're looking at the DallasCowboys.com roster, and I know a lot of this hasn't been updated, but I've got the offensive line highlighted here, and it doesn't look like we got too much depth. We got the starting line, but not too much of the depth. And I'm not sure. Let me take a look at these names. Nate Thomas, TJ Bass. Yeah, they got the new signs. Hakeem Adeniji. That was the other one, the right tackle that we saw.
Yeah.
And so
he has yet to be signed yet.
Okay. But they got him on the roster. They got him on the depth chart here. I mean, going into training camp, but I'm just saying currently at the depth right now, looking at the offensive line pick at 12, is there a possibility at that? Because my next question to you is, Kels, I mean, he's big, he got hands, he's a little big on the 300 plus side, but if he were to fall at 12, could the Cowboys do the unthinkable? I know you said it was a waste of a pick, but the top right tackle.
So here's the thing.
I mean, because he got Terrence Steele over there. Everybody been saying throw Steele out the house.
Yeah, but the thing is, he will be a day one starter. And right now, Terrence Steele is a ORT1.
Okay. Brings up a good point there. It just makes you wonder, because I know we've taken offensive linemen in the past. The Cowboys have always been associated with great lines. Just take a look at the Great Wall of Dallas, which won. Dallas Cowboys always seem to have a very good offensive line, but I'm a little worried about that depth. But Francis Mauigoa, I don't know if he were to fall at 12 for us to pass on him. Yeah, it makes sense for defense at 12 and 20. But the BPA, I mean, because the head shed has been warning us, Stephen Jones, even Coach Shoddy on the the recent pro day trip through all of the Texas colleges. Is he's basically saying that they're in a position because of the free agency that we're not going to reach, which got to be nice. And I hope it's not to reach to Francis Maugawa at 12 if he's available.
Yeah, to me, that will be a reach if we were to get him. And we're wasting a draft pick on a reach.
Good. I'm glad you feel that way. I hope the Cowboys feel the same way, because we need defense. But today we're on offensive line. Is there any other things that you'd like to cover on, Francis, or we good on that? We can take some questions from the crowd.
Oh, we can take some questions real quick while I pull up the next player.
Okay. Y'all let us know in the comments down there below. Do you see the Cowboys do something wacky by grabbing an offensive lineman at pick 12? Because, we hear about BPA. Kels and I kicked off this series 6 episodes ago. We're on our 7th episode here today of Offensive Line with BPA. And I wanted that to be the foundation of this podcast, 10 episodes going into the draft, because the BPA, which Kels had shared with us, changes through free agency, and the Cowboys have been very, very active in free agency. We just went and re-signed another big guy on the defensive side, Bullard or whatever, from the Saints, Kels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, big Bubba's on the defensive side. They've been making moves. We've been sending folks out the building, trying to get more folks as a result, but we've got to cover these offensive linemen. So who you got up next, Kels, that we can talk about while we wait on those questions coming in?
Oh, excuse me. Let's talk about Mr. Caden Proctor from Alabama.
Roger that.
So y'all gotta forgive me. I have notes on like 3 different devices on these players.
It's all good. We appreciate the work that you do. Everybody give it up for my girl Kels doing her homework like this out here. Who else do you know working film, working players and prospects for this upcoming draft? But I got Caden Proctor up. So tell us about Caden, Kels.
Okay, so Caden Proctor, this dude, if he's definitely going to be there. He's more like definitely a late day 2, definitely a day 3 draft prospect. He is from Des Moines, Iowa. He is 6'7", 352 pounds. So he is at a good rate. I also provided some combine film as well, BG, that you could put up. His arm, his wingspan is 33 3/8, and his hand size is 9 3/4 inches. So combine. His score breakdown. He is a grade prospect of 6.45, so he will become a good starter within a year or 2. And he ranked 80 in that. Which is his total score, and that's he's ranked in at 5th place on that. His athleticism, he ranked 8th with a score of 84. His production, he ranked 5th with a score of 73. Hold on, let me pull.
Yeah, I remember seeing him at the combine. I was there on offensive lineman that day, the Saturdays. There. Man, I'm gonna tell you, this guy is big. All of them were big, and I didn't really know any of them while I was there, but I beginning to learn about who they are now. So as you talk about them and I see them, I'm like, oh, I remember him. But these guys are huge, and they were moving. There were some fast 40s for these big guys off the trenches.
Yeah, and I think I sent you the whole out of the 300, what was it, 340 invites for the combine. I just minimized those and sent you the exact prospects that the entire organization was looking at. So you know
it was
who to look for. So with Mr. Proctor, some of his key accolades, he was the first team all SEC in 2025. Some of his scouting report is he possesses a mass size with an impressive strength, enabling him to be a dominant run blocker. I think to me, he is a better, he's a good run blocker, but to me, he's more proficient as a pass blocker. Um, and he creates large lanes for his quarterback and his running back. Mobility wise, he moves well for his size. He's effective as a pulling. He is also effective as a pulling blocker in space, and in the zone run game. As far as his high ceiling, he displayed rapid development, like I said, as a pass blocker, and I think that's where he's better at. Some of his improvement tends to play high at times, allowing defenders into his chest, and can be overly reliant on his size. Let's see.
What up, Smack
Briefly,
Talk? Check your DM, Smack Talk. Sorry about that, Kels. Go
yeah,
ahead.
tell him to join in. Tell him to join in.
Yeah, but he doesn't need to check his inbox. I didn't send him an invite about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, boo, come on, join in.
Lee Harrison, I know you follow us. Come on now, you know when the draft is, man. You up in here asking rhetorical questions. Come on now. What up, Sarah? We see you tapping in. But go ahead, Kels. I'm sorry.
So before, so he transferred briefly to Iowa, in early 2004, but he returned back to Alabama. Proctor is widely regarded as a potential top 10 draft pick in the offensive line. That does not really mean the first round, due to his rare blend of size, power. Even though he is coming in as a right guard, he does have left tackle. Not right guard, right tackle, but he does have left tackle experience. One good fact about Mr. Proctor is this is Tyler Booker's running mate.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did. We took Tyler Booker last year, right?
Yes.
My. Small world.
This is his next door neighbor.
Well, the good thing is I heard a lot of folks say we don't have any Tylers in the draft because we got 3 of them already.
You know what? I looked through I did go through the.
Don't you tell me you found a Tyler offensive lineman in there, Kels. Don't you start.
Not only offensive line, but I did look at, as far as the invite for the combine.
Mm-hmm.
I did not see any Tylers. But I may have to go back. I may have to go back and look again to see.
Yeah, I've been posting on BDG on the countdown with offensive linemen. I'm like, hey, did we draft another offensive lineman? And everybody's like, well, there's no Tylers in the draft, so we don't have to worry about that. And I can kind of concur.
Right.
But if you got questions, get them in while we're up here. Give us your questions. We've been covering defense the first 6 episodes. We just kicked offensive linemen today. We still got running backs, wide receivers, and quarterbacks will be the last position that we cover. We're all in the offensive mode, so get your offensive frame of mind ready. Get your questions up. If you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, or you're on LinkedIn, throw them up there concerning the draft. I've got my expert here, Kels, with the intels, breaking down the offensive line. Who we got next up on the rotation, Kels?
So, blame it on blame it on my head. Don't charge it on my heart. But there is one particular person that I omitted, and I'm sorry I did. But let's talk about Jennings Dunker.
Say his name again.
Jennings Dunker.
You sent me links on him or no?
No, I forgot.
Okay.
He was on my mind. This is another right guard.
How do you spell his first name?
Gennings. Last name Dunker.
Oh, okay, got you. That's a unique first name.
And if you watch the combine, this is the offensive line with the mohawk.
Oh, okay. Well, I got his highlights here, so go ahead. Tell us about Jennings.
All right, so I'm just going to be kind of quick with him, but Jennings Dunker, he is He is actually a hybrid, so he's an offensive tackle. He plays left and he plays right, but he's also an offensive guard who plays right and he plays left.
Oh,
Um,
that don't say that too loud. Cowboys like
yeah,
that.
exactly. So, he is 6'5", 315 pounds. He is a dominant, powerful run blocker. Some of the things I did right on my phone when I watched when I watched him at Senior Bowl. Of course on TV I wasn't there. He is a bull rusher. Um, like I said, he's a very good run blocker, but not a good pass blocker. He has guard capabilities. Like I said, he has very good knee bend and lateral movements. Um, let's see. And with his exceptional run blocking capabilities with great power, strong base, and effective hand usage, which is very heavy hands. He used that to control defenders. He excels in gap, duo, end zone, and inside zone schemes. He don't have a lot of areas of improvement. He just have to limit his lateral agility and range and pass protection. Um, and in his 2025 season, um, he had over 47 career games, including 38 starts at right tackle. He has recorded an overall uh, rate of 80.6 in 2025. Let me pull up his draft card from
Yes, he's
Combine.
from Iowa. A great question there, Bobby McLean. Appreciate that. BMAC, I think Kevin Banks, you're talking about from Texas. I think he came out a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But I do want to address this. Shout out to Luis Ortiz, OG4IK on YouTube. He says, we got enough guards. We need tackles. I don't know. I was just looking at the roster, and I'm not trying to argue with you here, but I just want to make sure if our focus is the same, because it looks like according to the roster, we know this all could change after training camp, but we're too deep on the tackle position. So I don't know. I do see your comment there. You said we do need to address offensive tackle at some point, but I do agree with you. Maybe not in the first 100, like late in the draft. Yeah, maybe. But the BPA there again. So I don't know.
But we don't have a LG2 if you look at it.
Okay. All right.
We don't have anybody pull that back up. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now.
Tyler Smith, Nate Thomas, left tackle, right tackle, Terrence Steele, who we just signed, Hakeem Adeniji.
So here's the thing. Tyler Booker. Tyler Smith is going to stay. So hold on. No, we're right. Tyler Smith, they got him in the wrong spot because they're not moving him to Tyler. He's still going to be at left guard.
Yes. Yeah, we just did pick up Henny too at the center guard position as well, right?
So technically, we are kind of good on the guards, but the thing is, even though TJ Bass, this is what I need people to understand. Even though he signed the second round tender, if there's no deal made, he could still go to another team and we pick up a second round.
Okay.
Pick.
All right.
So let's just act like TJ Bass is not there. The only right guard we basically have is Tyler Smith. Tyler Guyton is not on here, and I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah, I just seen he posted a picture here recently. It looks like he did lose some weight. Looked like Tyler slimming down a little bit. I don't know if you've seen that float across your timeline or not. But,
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. But great context there. He says, yes, girl, that's what I'm saying. How good is your backup? Yeah, depth.
Yeah. So, I mean, we are going to need a guard.
Okay,
as far as his draft card, his production score, he ranked 19th with the score of 59. Like I said, he's a big boy. Please don't think he's going to be Lightning McQueen. Any of these offensive linemen, please don't think they're going to be Lightning McQueen. But his athleticism, because of how violent his hands are and how he can block and everything, he actually scored second with the score of 86. His total score, he ranked 6th with a score of 75. His 40-yard dash, a 5.18, 10-yard split, 1.83. His vertical jump, he did actually jump pretty good, 32.5 inches. His broad jump was 9 feet, and he did the 20-yard shuttle, 4.63.
All right. So as everybody's chiming in and we're talking about offensive linemen, the Cowboys have 8 picks currently. How many offensive linemen do you think we grab overall? Not what round, not when, not who, but just the position, because we have a competition going on right now. That's the reason why we started this podcast here last year, to break down each position group, to wonder how many draft picks are the Cowboys going to invest in this particular position. And we're talking about offensive line. I'm saying at least one. I think we at least get one. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we probably going to get one in the draft.
Yeah, there's still free agency and things like that. But I think out of the draft, I'm banking that we're at least going to get one. Y'all let us know down in the comments below. Kels, who do you got up next on the rotation?
All right, since I have them up, let's talk about Maxwell Ienakor. There we go. I got his name right. Ienakor. He's from Arizona State.
You send me his
Yep.
All right. So many of them over here. Oh, okay. Maxwell
Ienakor.
Yeah. Boy, got some hard names to pronounce. And this grab today here, Kels.
Oh yeah. So let me tell you a little fun fact with this draft. There's a lot of Polynesians coming out of this draft.
Yeah, I mean, clearly we started off with Francis Mawagoa. I mean, yeah, the Samoans taking over. Shout out to the Polynesians. But here we go. We've got Isaiah's highlights up here right now. Tell us all about Isaiah.
So Mr. Isaiah, he is a highly athletic tackle that will be coming out of this year's draft. He is predominantly and only ORT, which is his offensive right tackle. He possesses elite length, a massive frame, a basketball derived footwork that allows him to mirror speed. He speed rushes effectively. He displays twitchy, smooth sets and excellent range as a pass blocker. He's relatively new to football. Having only played for 5 seasons, suggesting a high ceiling in his technique as his technique mature. Some of the things that I do have about him: he is from Nigeria. He thrives in a zone scheme. He just needs some hand refinements. He actually played basketball and soccer before transitioning to football. So when you look at his moves, he used a lot of his soccer techniques.
Now he got hands and feet.
And his basketball techniques. So he uses that to his advantage.
Yeah, that sounds like hands and feet. When I say I be
doing homework, I be doing homework.
Yeah. Soccer, usually it's, you don't hear about soccer and basketball. That's a strange mix right there.
Yeah. So let me see. Did his weight dropped off? So he has been averaging his weight between 321 pounds to 330 pounds. But he did clock in at 321. He is 6'6". He is going to be a first round starter. If he drops to the second round, he probably go real early, maybe like between 30. The first round is 32. He has to, if he goes in day 2, in round 2, he has to definitely be placed somewhere between 33 and I'll probably say 40 at the latest. So his production score, he ranked 18th with a score of 62. His athleticism, he has shot across the top. He is in the bluish purple area, ranking in fifth place with a score of 90. His total score, he ranked sixth with a score of 77. He bench pressed 25 reps, broad jump 9 feet 7 inches, vertical jump 30 and a half inches, 10 yard split 1.73, 40-yard dash 4.91. He was at the combine. I'm not sure if I dropped the clip of him at combine. If I didn't, I apologize.
It's all good. I'm trying to pull up this mock draft over here in the background.
I did drop his combine hit link. I did. So if there's any questions and stuff, that give me time to pull up the next person.
Yeah, BMAX. Yeah, we agree. I don't think we're going to spend any capital at 12 or 20 on offensive line, but we are on offensive linemen today, so we're covering them in the event of a PBA. But Kels is giving her insights on when we think that these particular players may go. So you said you were looking for some highlight film on combine film?
From combine. I did. I wasn't sure if
on Max?
Did it. Yeah, I did send it to you.
On Max?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got it. Here it comes. All right.
So this is his 40.
Yeah, them big boys is running.
Oh yeah, these boys was running. Normally they like in the mid 5-second mark. Oh, but these boys was going.
And you know what's sad? You know, I was at the combine, Kills, and on Saturday they had the running backs, they had the quarterbacks and the wide receivers, all of the skill positions there. But then on Sunday was offensive line, and man, Lucas Oil was packed at the bottom, and they started filling up some of the top seats with fans coming in on Saturday. But on Sunday, man, there was hardly anybody in the stands looking at the big mans in the trenches. So shout out to the O-line out there, because without them, the offense don't move.
Love. They do need some love.
Yeah.
But I definitely know Saturday is the day, because that's where they have like the quarterback, the running backs, wide receivers, and I think the tight ends are also on that day.
Yeah, they are. Now, granted, it was, they started on Thursday and Friday. They had defense, and then, folks that are getting off on the weekend, they got time. Of course, everybody's going to surge in on Saturday. But the stark difference from Saturday to Sunday on skill position to offensive lineman, it was astonishing. Like, wow, there's nobody here for the O-line. Like, they even had some snack shops and other stuff closed. They had half the stadium open just for the offensive lineman. But anyway,
I think last year it was a lot of people on a Sunday, because last year the draft was very highly saturated with offensive linemen. So there was people there for that one.
Yeah. I know one thing is going to be saturated. That's going to be training camp, especially if we get 8 precious picks up out of this draft, like I think our fan base wants to. But is there anything else left on Max, or did you have?
Nope, that's it.
Who you got next in the rotation?
Okay, so let's talk about.
But if you got somebody that the Cowboys should look at, offensive lineman, let us know in the comments below. We want your engagement. Give us a comment. Let us know that you're there, and tell us who would you like to see the Cowboys draft anywhere as far as offensive line. But who you got, Kels?
Okay, I'm gonna jump around. Let's go. So we did right tackle, so let's jump into some left tackles.
Okay.
Let's talk about Cage Casey from Boise State.
Gerald
Wayne Jones Sr. has
the pipeline to Boise State is deep
for Boise.
LVE, Tank, Kellen Moore.
No, it's another one. Tyrone Crawford.
Yeah, Tyrone Crawford. We've had plenty of guys come from Boise State. Oh, this must be somebody else doing. Okay, here's your film work on him right here. I don't know who this guy is.
Which one? Oh, he that was the only clip I could get of
Okay.
him. So Mr. Cage Casey, um he is a highly decorated offensive tackle. He's known for his elite pass blocking and durability.
Wait,
Um
this ain't
at
that ain't
Combine,
Cage Casey.
yeah, Cage Casey, yep. At Combine, he weighed in at 310 pounds. His hand size is 10 and 1/4. Arms, his wingspan is 32 and 3/4 inches. And he is 6'6". He
Six
will eventually,
six.
yeah.
Whew.
So he will eventually become a starter. His prospect grade is 6.25. His production score, he basically scored in the yellow, which is considered average. His production score, he ranked 10th with a score of 69. Athleticism, he ranked 24th with a score of 66. His total score, he came in ranking in 23rd with a score of 68. His 3-cone drill came in at 8.01 second, 10-yard split, 1.85, and his 40-yard dash 5.2. He was at the combine as well. So some other things about him: he is from Happy Valley, Oregon. He graduated from Clackamas High School. If I saying that wrong, please forgive me.
Sounds about right. Shout out to Oregon.
His draft stock, he is, like I said, considered a versatile blocker with a high score, with a high floor due to strong hand placement. He is an excellent anchor, and he has accumulated a 41 plus career start. Some of his strengths, as far as pass protection, he's highly efficient, allowing few pressures with a stout anchor that stops bull rushes. Run When it comes to run blocking, he's very aggressive. He is a very strong run blocker with high impact blocking ratings. As far as his technique, he has exceptional grip strength and hand fighting skills. There was one video I saw of him, and I'm surprised he didn't get a flag, but he kind of like silly smacked oh God, I forgot who they played, but he like did a little it kept on going.
Oh, is that right?
So this will probably uh if he's there for day 3, this is a consideration. Um so his NFL comparison, if you want to compare him to a player, think of, if he's still with the Commanders, Sam Cosmi.
All right. Yeah, I was just doing some research. I was looking at, the Dak Prescott, how many times he was sacked last year. We gave up 31 sacks. Dak was the 14th most sacked quarterback. Geno Smith had 55. Obviously, the Las Vegas Raiders had the worst offensive line, right next to Tennessee. Not bad. I thought Dak was actually sacked a little bit more than that, but it looks like, because I remember our rookie, the Tyler that we drafted last year, he had really good rookie reviews because we took him off at pick 12, round 1 last year, right?
Yep, pick 12. Yep.
Here we are again, pick 12. Now, y'all been hearing establishment saying BPA, 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 but Kels has said it here. She thinks it's a waste of a pick at 20 and or 12 and or 20 in terms of offense. And I think we both have a general consensus, maybe one offensive lineman out of this pick of 8 that the Cowboys have going into the draft. Let us know in the comments if that is you. What up, top? We see you snapping in. Oh, snap, I was eating. You got to eat. Good to see you as always. Appreciate you tapping in, top. But yeah, I don't see. I think offensive lineman probably what day 3, day
Yeah,
4 for us, something like that.
probably
Late in the draft.
Definitely day 3.
As we go back to take a look at these picks that you got us, there's been no movement on our pick rotation. Right here is still our pick rotation.
Yeah, nothing has changed.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sneak in one because I missed Jennings Dunker. I'm going to squeeze one more tackle before we go to guards. I think that's the next one. But I want people to keep in mind from Texas A&M, Trey Zoon III. I really like him. So at your own leisure, please definitely look at him.
What's his name again?
Trey Zoon, TREYZUHN. I did send some footage of
All
him.
right. I'm looking for his name. And my eyes get bad. I'm gonna have to give me some damn glasses. Trey Zoon.
Uh-huh.
Okay, got some Senior Bowl footage. Looks like right here. Get up some Senior Bowl footage. Get a mug shot of.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just breeze through him real quick because there is one particular person I want to talk about that's going to be very good on special teams for any team. But Trey Zoon, he is a left tackle, but he's also a hybrid, and he's a pro projection hybrid. So he plays left tackle. He also plays guard, and he also plays center.
Ooh. That trumps that other player that you said could play both positions. I mean, this guy more sounds like a Swiss Army knife on the offensive line.
Yeah, so Key Stacks, 37 career starts during his time at Texas A&M, 776 offensive snaps in 2025. He is all SEC 13 in 2024. He has solid hand usage, consistent pad level and leverage. He has very good lateral movement, quickness, and ability to mirror defenders. He's experienced as a starter at left tackle with the ability to move to center. I did mention a little bit of last week that we will more than likely need another center to help with Cooper Beebe.
Yeah, because that's all we got at center currently on the roster is Cooper. But we did sign somebody else that plays center guard too. I think somebody made a comment in there below.
I have to look at that because I'm wondering if that's like one of those promissory type contracts.
Yeah, here it is. We just picked up Henry at center guard position. Henry.
Yeah, I have to really look into that contract because I'm wondering if that's more like a promissory type thing.
Right. Yeah, but we're still going to need another backup center, so we're going to have to find us one. Hopefully, if not before then. Right. But anyway.
But as far as reliability, he's a high effort player with good football IQ. So that's just a little bit about him. But this particular person, and this is the last one for all the tackles. Let's talk about Isaiah World from Oregon, real quick.
All right. I got him right here. All right, go ahead. Tell us about Isaiah. I thought we covered Isaiah already.
This boy is big.
Oh, he must got some big hands.
He is 6 feet 8 inches.
6'8"?
6'8".
Damn, he need to be on somebody's basketball court.
So
is that common? I mean, normally is that the size for offensive linemen? I mean, because you got to throw over him.
Well, look at Tyron Smith. He was almost a 7-footer.
That's imposing. 6'8" on the offensive line. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
Isaiah.
So his weight, he weighs in between 315 to 320 pounds, but at during his draft process, he weighed in at 318 pounds. So he is not undersized or anything like that. He is a hybrid tackle. He's primarily left, but he also plays right if need be. He transferred from Nevada to Oregon in the 2025 season. He is known for his exceptional leap, his very heavy hands, and the ability to anchor against bull rushes. He operates as a strong running block, a strong run blocker with starting caliber tools.
Hmm.
In his 2025 season for both Nevada and Oregon, he has accumulated 741 snaps. His pass blocking grade is 71.2. When it comes to his size and length, again, he is a gargantuan 6'8" with the wingspan of 34 and a half inches, which allows him to control defenders and block a massive area. And he uses these heavy hands to dominate in the run game and move defenders on impact, frequently generating displacement. When you look at his pass pro anchor, he has the ability to sink his weight to stop bull rushes and quick lateral movements to mirror the speed rushers.
Let me ask you this question, Kels. I know you have a thing for hands. Is that actually a measurable? Do coaches and staff and people that are looking to get drafted, are they paying attention to the size of hands for maybe those of us that don't know?
Yes, that's has always been a thing. Okay. Where sometimes the Cowboys fail to do is when you have players with very long hands, because sometimes they want the hands to go up under the arms or at the chest, but we have to have, and this is where our strength and conditioning coaches come in, hand placement, so you won't get a penalty. When you look at everybody that's on our offensive line, they have always had large hands ranging from 9.5 to even 11 inches.
I wonder what our average hand size is. I wonder if that's a thing. Maybe we need to take a look at the hand size
let me
of the Dallas Cowboys compared to other teams. It might be a thing. Let me
pull up Tyron Smith.
But let us know in the comments below. Did you know hands were a thing when it came to offensive linemen? I know it sounds a bit rhetorical, but I mean, they're measuring hands. I know my girl Kels got a thing with hands, but so do coaches.
Tyron Smith right now holds the largest hand record of 11.5 inches.
Ooh. That's from what, pinky to thumb? Is that what that is? 11.5? Is that how they measure that? Ooh, hey. I might got about 8, 9. My hands ain't that big.
Which places him in the 98th percentile of NFL offensive tackles.
Wow. Is that why he was so good? Is he had big hands? So hands matter on the offensive line.
Yeah. I love me some good hands.
Yeah, it makes sense now. We love to make it make sense. Who you got next on the rotation, Kels?
One thing that we have to worry about with Mr. World.
Isaiah World, yeah.
Yeah, so he is more than likely going to be he's more so of a special team player. But he did tear his ACL in 2025.
Oh, yeah, on to the next.
Which more than likely he did miss the NFL combine.
Yeah. Yeah, we need Bubba's on clean bills of health. We don't need no projects, so no Jalen Smiths, none of that.
Yeah, so more than likely, this was definitely, like, as far as draft pick, he was a potential top 100 to 150 draft pick because of everything that this guy has. But the thing is, he could still be signed as a undrafted free agent. That's why I really didn't give a draft grade, like, oh, he's going in like
I got you.
If we were to get him like as an undrafted free agent, this is a good one to get as an undrafted free agent.
So moving right along, who you got on this other side.
So
Left
let's go
tackle.
into, because I think I sent everything by position.
Okay.
Guards.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about DJ Campbell.
DJ Campbell. Go DJ. That's my
That's my
DJ.
DJ.
All right, DJ is up. Talk to us.
Okay. So he is an interior offensive lineman. He predominantly plays right guard. He was at the East West Shrine Bowl, which was at the Star. Some of his accolades, he's the third team All SEC. Yeah, that's where he came in at for the 2025 season. He has started 43 games for Texas, playing 2,633 snaps at right guard. Run blocking. He has excellent strength and leverage as a run blocker. He is capable of driving defenders off of the ball. So basically, he will drive you through the ground.
Dirt dudes, like Cooper Beebe would say, dirt some dudes.
Exactly. Consistent starter over. Yeah, he has been a consistent starter over the 3 seasons, playing over 800 snaps annually. He is strong, he's a strong, heavy-handed player with a solid base. Penalties. He has only recorded 17 penalties over his final 2 seasons. That's good. I'll take that.
Yeah, penalties and offensive line in Dallas. When you do a Google search, that don't bode too well for us.
But it's recorded only 17 in 2 years.
That's not a lot. That seems like a lot. Is that 8 or 9 a season, or how's that work?
Probably 8 one season, 9 the next, maybe 10.
I don't know. Maybe if you say that, because I don't watch college football, and if you say that's good, then I'm with you. It just seems like a lot to me.
But again, like I stressed before, whatever penalties in college may be legal in the pros.
Okay.
Just like
definitely 2 different games when it comes to flags.
Yeah,
and
just like and speaking of which, I'm wondering if the NFL, because the NFL right now is at their annual league meeting for the spring. I wonder if they're looking at some of the new rules that the UFL has implemented, because now the field goal attempt is 4 points instead of 3.
Speaking of the UFL, wasn't Jalen Cropper just in some highlights for the Renegades out there running kicks back for touchdowns or something like that? Jalen,
I believe so.
Moreno Cropper or something. He used to play with the Cowboys. Shout out to the Arlington Renegades.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So some of his improvements besides the penalties, which is, to me, it ain't nothing. I mean, I take 17 in 2 years over 1 year. He can be very heavy-footed, leading to struggles against elite speed or when moving in space. His hand size is 10 1/4 inches. His wingspan is 34 1/4 inches. He could be a very good backup or special teams. Total score, he ranked 14th with a score of 71. Athleticism, he ranked 7th with a score of 81. Production score, he ranked 17th with a score of 63. His 40-yard dash, he came in at 5.1 second. 10-yard split, 1.76 inches. His vertical jump was kind of short. He came in at 26.5 inches. Broad jump, 8 feet and 8 inches. And he was also at the combine.
All right. I want to switch it up a little bit, Kels. I want to get your thoughts on, the current shiny object. I know we're talking about offensive line, but, the whole Max Crosby thing, you came and dispelled that here. Well, there was a lot of folks out there selling the farm that Jerry should go get Max Crosby. Now, what about Myles Garrett? Because I heard the Cleveland Cavaliers re-engineered his contract to make it where he could be more dealable, I guess. And then, of course, you had this video of him in college when he was begging Jason Garrett and Jerry Jones to give Cleveland a couple of picks and Tony Romo so he could come play in Dallas, his hometown. What's your thoughts on this whole Myles Garrett? Is it doable? Should we just keep it moving, or what do you think?
I have no thought about it. It's not even percolating in my mind. To me, it's just like running water.
Running water. You talking about in the kitchen or in the bathroom?
Wherever you want to run the water.
Or in the yard, front
not,
yard, running the water.
I'm not putting a lot of
You're not putting a lot of stock into it. I'm not either, because just like Max, I just think the whole thing we're trying to do now, especially trying to scrounge up the money, like you said, we need that $15 million to pay these rookies we're getting ready to draft.
And
if we take on him and give away, I mean, they were saying these 2 first-round picks. I'm like, I don't care what year it's in. We're not giving up no first this year. We got 2 firsts at 12 and 20. We need them like yesterday with the way our defense. And I know Myles Garrett and his talent and all of that. But look, y'all, in terms of the money, and I think the way the Cowboys are doing business now, I think like Kel said, it's just like running water. Who you got next on your offensive line list, Kels?
So the next one we have for guard is Mr. Keelan Rutledge from Georgia Tech. Hey, Big Time.
Big Time. I think that's the only comment Big Time knows. Is it on copy and paste? Good people. We see you, dog. Check your DMs. Check your DMs, Big Time.
That's his signature.
Yeah. No, I know. What was the name of the guy again?
Keelan Rutledge.
Keelan Rutledge. Where's this guy?
From Georgia Tech.
There we go. Keelan Rutledge, number 77, like Luka. The Lakers balling right now.
So while you're pulling him up, let me run through some of his stuff. He started at guard at Georgia Tech, earning a overall grade of 76.6 overall, 21st among qualified guards with bringing in 101 snaps and 0 sacks allowed to his quarterback.
I like that. Protection services, quarterback protection services.
Yeah. So some of his key traits, he's a very strong anchor. He has very violent hands and will not have no problems with throwing you up out of the club. He will defend his quarterback at all costs. Who does that remind you of? Lael Collins.
Hey, I was just about to say Lael about to throw them things for real.
Yes, he will lay hands on you. And we're not talking about blessing you in the name of Jesus. He has and he's high level finishing ability in the run game. So if you have a good running back like a Javonte Williams, here you go. So with his strengths, he has explosive power, high effort finisher, versatility across the interior line, and it has very excellent run blocking technique. He doesn't have a lot of improvements, just he can play too uptight, allow speed to affect him, and sometimes struggle with consistency in pass blocking. So he's not real good in pass blocking. But then again, he does have to try to control his temper so he will not be ejected out of the game. Again, he protects his quarterback at all costs.
Just George Pickens on the offensive line. That's what that sounds like. Case of GP on the OL.
No, I think this is because we no longer have Lael Collins, and now Brocky is with the Steelers. This is going to be TJ Bass' new bestie.
Yeah, the Steelers got Brock Hoffman, and they signed Mike McCarthy. Isn't he the head coach over there now?
Yeah, so Mike McCarthy basically got some of his players back with him.
Yeah, it looked like he's going to the old house of familiar.
Yeah, well, I mean, he brought him on. You know, he signed him as an undrafted. So,
no, I mean, that makes sense. You see that as well as with coaches and any other, you know, especially at the desks and networks. I mean, people are going to bring their guys, you know.
Yeah.
Somebody get fired, they're going to sit down for a year, they're going to get a new job, then they're going to go call their goons up and say, come with me, man, let's do this thing.
Right. So if he is drafted, yeah, he will be drafted as a starter. So more than likely he will, if he is to go in the first round, he will be like a buffer. So almost like what a CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens is. He will be like a guard two. Or
Gotcha.
not a guard two. I'm sorry, like a guard 1A, not 1A, like a guard 1B. There we go. Guard 1B. His production, he scored 12th with a score of 70. His athleticism, he ranked first place.
Mm.
So he's in that bluish purplish color. He ranked 90. His total score, he ranked third with a score of 78. His 40-yard dash, he was at the combine. He came in at 5.5 inches. No, I'm
Man,
sorry. 5.05 seconds. His 10-yard split, 1 point.
he was a 505.
Yeah, 505. His 10-yard split, 1.81. His vertical jump, 32 and a half. His broad jump, 8 feet 8 inches. His 3-cone drill, 7.54 seconds. His total, his 20-yard shuttle, 4.54 seconds. If you were to compare him to a current or a veteran NFL player, Sean Ryan.
Okay. There's your comparison there. Shout out to Joe Tranchino, always tapping in from Italy. We see you say it's 3 a.m. in the morning over there, bright and early. Get your medication and stimulation over there, Joe. We see you. Appreciate you tapping in. But man, Kels, it's quite a few folks, and we already went through an hour here. I mean, which of these other linemen do you think, or of this remaining position, do you have? Like, if you had to rank the three that the Cowboys are looking on this list that you sent me, because it was a lot, which is always a good thing because you want to.
And it's not all of them.
Yeah, it's not all of them. But if there was three that were sticking out, like would it be Francis Mauigoa, and then who else? Caden Proctor.
So let's say for offensive right tackle, I do like Francis Mauigoa. I do like Caden Proctor. I do like Spencer Fano.
We didn't talk about him yet. I remember he was a big grab at the combine. People with microphones were following him everywhere. I was like, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah.
You want to talk about Caden, or you want to talk about Spencer Fano? Do you have highlights on him?
No. I was trying to hurry up and just pull people to talk about.
Okay, I can grab him. Do you want me to grab his highlights, or did you have somebody else?
Yeah, you can pull him real quick. Okay. We can squeeze him in.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I know we probably won't go to him. I do like Armaj Reed Adams, who is a guard from Texas A&M, and I do like Jeremiah Wright from Auburn. So you could look those two up at your leisure.
All right, we got Spencer Thano up there. I know Sterling was tapping in and was wondering, had we talked about them yet? But no, here we go. We got Spencer on the line for you.
I was just trying, honestly, Sterling, I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to pull like 2 or 3 from each side of a tackle and a guard.
Yeah. I'm glad he put that name up, because as soon as he put that comment up there, I was like, I remember that name. That was the guy everybody was following around at the combine.
Yeah.
He must have had like the fastest 40 speed or something like that, didn't he? Or something like that?
I believe so. Let me pull up his
draft. Joe, put the Kool-Aid down, dog. There's too much sugar in there and you are diabetic. Put down the Kool-Aid.
No, that would be the stupidest thing that the Cowboys.
Yeah, what would we be drafting for? Like, we were the worst defense in the league last year. We're gonna give up 2. And then imagine if Miles were to come here and pull a Micah. Like when we traded Micah, he didn't get to play the whole season. And I don't even want to bring up that word, but
this is not the draft where you will have the F them picks mentality. I'm sorry. We got too many needs right now on defense. We have invested a lot of money as far as with offense. But what a lot of people fail to realize, even with, let's say, with Myles Garrett, because right now this is just have walking legs. It's not going to mean anything to nobody regardless.
I just think it's a shiny object to attach to the Cowboys to have everybody talk about, kind of like what Max Crosby was.
you have to pick up that contract, and you're going to be in deep dead cap money doo-doo, and we don't want to go back there.
And then imagine if he were to get hurt like Micah. And then we've
Hello.
traded the whole farm for a guy now that's going to hurt us on the books and technically in the trenches because, you know, I'm not saying he's going to get hurt, but just think, nobody thought Micah was going to go to Green Bay and get hurt. Not even Jerry.
Yep. So no. That's why I'm not putting
But anyway, back to Spencer Thanos. Getting us off track over here, Joe.
Yeah.
Get your coffee, Joe.
So he is a hybrid tackle. He plays left and he plays right. He is viewed as a high floor starter with the potential for rapid NFL impact. Wait a minute, wrong one. Pull up. Okay, so 40. So his 40-yard dash 4.91, 10-yard split 1.72, vertical jump 32 inches, broad jump. He did jump pretty high, 9 feet 3 inches. His 3-cone drill is 7.34. 20-yard shuttle 4.67. If you were to compare him to a current or veteran NFL player, think of Brian O'Neill. His strengths, when you look at his agility, he has exceptional lateral movements and quickness, particularly in zone blocking schemes. So since we're more than likely will be having a zone defense, I could actually see us probably doing some zone offense. Clayton Adams and Connor Riley is equipped to run a zone offense if need be. Pass protection, rare ability to mirror speed rushers and recover when out of position. Technical skills, when you look at that, he has very solid hand placement and advanced quick kick side techniques. He's known for a high motor and playing with a nastiness when often finishing blocks through the whistle. Some of the NFL, so these are some of the NFL scouting concerns, not the team scouting concerns, but as far as the NFL scouting concerns, he measured at 32.18 inches, which is below the traditional threshold for NFL tackles, sparking potential guard conversation debates. Functional strength can be susceptible to high-end power rushers and occasionally struggles to sustain blocks when defenders get into his frame. He occasionally have issues with pad level and over aggressiveness, leading to a premature engagement. So the NFL scouting summary, Fano is recognized for his high end day one potential, often ranked as the top offensive lineman in the 2026 class. His combination of technical polish and athletic ability allows him to dominate, though some scouts project him as a potential guard due to his arm length, despite his success as tackle. The other part, I'm giving y'all information that is top. Why do I?
We're gonna get to your question here in just a second. As soon as she wraps up Fano there, B-Mac.
So his prospect grade, 6.44. He will be a good starter within 2 years. Guys, let me tell you, I'm reading y'all stuff that y'all really not supposed to know, but I got the permission to share it. Okay.
Spill the tea, girl. Come on, what is it?
I did. I said
okay.
I'm giving y'all. Right. I just said this is NFL scouting stuff, not the team scouting stuff. This is the NFL scouting stuff.
Well, how would you feel if we grabbed a linebacker or edge, somebody at defense that we needed at 12 and we got to 20? Because I see a lot of people talking about this trading back to get an extra pick at 20. I know you brought that up here maybe once or twice before, that maybe you might be okay with trading back at 20 currently with our free agency moves and everything going into the draft. If you see the Cowboys doing something at 20.
Yeah, because the 20th is our trade equity. Okay. That's our trade equity. That's where we could stick and pick or will and deal. I'm okay with because we have 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, as long as we can get a defender at 12 that can come lace them up day one, cornerback, safety, linebacker, something like that. Yeah, I'm with it to get another body.
I'm okay with getting in bed and doing a dance with Chicago Bears, because they have a late 20 pick. Even 32 or do the Broncos? No, not the Broncos. Who's at 31? New England Patriots. They definitely have some needs. I don't mind taking their picks. They could take 20 and give whoever they need if they know that they're going to be gone by the time they get to them. We'll take your pick, but you're also going to give us a second round or a third round pick. I'd rather have yes, it's good we have 3 picks in the top 100. I'm okay with having 4 in the top 100. So yeah, I would will and deal that 20, but I would not give somebody the 20 and not get nothing out of it.
Right. Yeah, no, they got to get. I'm glad that at least they reached out with the Max Crosby thing, and then you did the research and dropped that bombshell here with us on Max's knee. And obviously they sent him back, but that was dead. But you know, we were happy that they were at least interested in that. But I think the way the Cowboys are moving now with this BPA, yeah, I mean, we might wheel and deal back at 20 to get an extra pick, and maybe that extra pick late in the draft is an offensive lineman, because we've covered quite a few of them here today, Kels.
Yeah, and then we have what did I send you? 1 or 2 centers. Like I said, because we need a center, y'all. We do need an extra center.
Parker Brailsford.
Jake James Brockmeyer, Parker Brailsford.
Yeah, Parker Brailsford. I got his highlights up here, so
Jake
go ahead.
Slaughter. So let me pull him up real quick.
Yeah, we need a backup for Cooper Beebe, because we don't have a current backup center right now on the roster.
Which one we got?
Parker? Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, one thing I do like about Parker, he got the gorgeous curl pattern. I love his hair.
He got the head and shoulders going on.
I love he has a 4. It looks like a 4C curl pattern. I love it. So
talk to us about Spencer.
So he is from Alabama, but he transferred from the Washington Huskies. He is a 3-year starter with over 42 games. He was the 2025 team captain. I think so he is a center, but he also plays right guard. So he's a hybrid. To me, I think he's a little bit undersized. He is 290. So
are most teams like that when it comes to the line? Is it hybrid? They want guys that can play multiple positions, or is that a Cowboys thing?
Yeah, that's a plus. We have been playing hybrid. Honestly, we have been playing hybrid ever since McCarthy has been in the
because we've even moved Tyler Smith around a couple times, right?
Yeah.
Tyler Booker, I think. I mean, especially with injuries.
No, not Booker. Booker has stayed right. Okay. Oh no, I take that back.
I thought we moved him one time.
They have been working him out as a center.
Yeah, because of injuries and stuff like that. So I guess you got to be interchangeable. But
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Parker.
So to me, he's a little bit undersized, but he will be like a good backup or special teams. His hand size is 9.5 inches. His wingspan is 32 inches. Total score, he ranked eighth with a score of 66. Athleticism, he ranked 67, which brought him into 10th place. His production score, he ranked eighth place with 62. His 40-yard dash, he came in at a 4.95, 10-yard split, 1.7, vertical jump, 32 and a half, broad jump, 9 feet, 10 inches. His 20-yard shuttle, 4.72, and he bench press 27 reps. And he was also at combine. I think he was like one of the top few that ranked real high in the 40-yard dash.
Yeah, I wanted to say there
Um,
was some guy. I remember them kept saying, "Oh my God, they're so fast." The offensive lineman
yeah,
here.
these big boys was they was like 5 seconds. What?
Well, it
Oh
just
my,
seems like the game has been inching closer to that. Like you're getting more of the hybrid players, hybrid, big, fast guys that can play multiple positions on these lines.
yeah. So when you look at his style, yes, he is undersized, but he is very powerful. He is a glue guy center with intense competitive toughness. He is known for consistent effort, energy, and he has a very high football IQ. His um his eye um his eye acceleration and levels are very good, so he can see the defense on all ends and everything. So that's one we have talked about that on a few shows about the eye correlation.
Yeah, hand
Um
eye. Yeah.
yeah,
The cognitive.
yes. He is capable, again, playing center and guard, showing quick hand action and effective um, second level blocking. He has exceptional lateral agility and balance, so he doesn't get shaky. And he excels very well in zone blocking schemes. So his NFL draft projection, Brasford Brailsford. There we go. Brailsford is considered a potential top three center and projected day two or early day three NFL draft pick. Um, with comparisons to NFL players like Tyler Lindenbaum,
Hmm.
everybody know who he
Yeah.
is, or Aaron Brewer due to his size and agility.
All right. BMAC brings up a good question. As I think you might be done with Mr. Brailsford there.
Yeah.
Said, would you trade Pickens for a first and second and sign and trade because the price just went up on him thanks to JSN's new contract, signing him with the latest signing? Can we afford him? I mean, he's on the tag,
So
28
here's the
mil coming
so
on,
here's the
right?
thing.
Yeah, because I know
Yeah,
everybody's like trade him and don't pay him, and
so
you know
so here's the
get
thing.
some other.
Like I said on the last show when we talked about it, if the Cowboys are going to pay him as a W WR1B, then yeah, he will have JP3 will have to reset the market. But if they're looking at paying Pickens as a WR2, then he does not reset the market. So we have to see how the Cowboys is going to um characterize GP3.
Not only that, because you got Puka Nakua, who is in the last year of his rookie deal looking to get paid, but looks like he's taking a bite out of his contract because he got all kind of bad news going on around him. I don't know. Do you think even Puka, under his circumstances, could he reset the market after JSN set the market before the Cowboys could do anything with GP kills?
Well, the thing is, if they're going to pay him, and I mentioned that on the coffee and chat thing that I had, the
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys needed to decide how they're going to characterize him. So if they are going to keep him as a listed WR1B, then the Cowboys need to stop doing old habits and get ahead of it before the Rams do, because Puka is a WR1.
Yeah,
So you
Puka.
don't
I
want
mean,
him
Puka gonna get paid around some JSN money, I would think.
or more.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
right
he's
now
doing himself
JSN,
any good with the latest media stuff, but I thought that
yeah.
was just shade from the Rams. But I'm like, oh no, he got all bad going on over
But the
there.
thing
But
is, regardless of what happened in the news thing, he's still due for a payday.
oh, of course, I'm just curious to see how the Rams are going to take care of that in lieu of the JSN, as the Cowboys got GP on the
I
tag,
don't think it
because
will matter.
we need to get a long-term deal with him done before July 15th, right? If we do, because we could go through the draft, not draft a wide receiver, still have GP, and we still going until July, right? And we got to get a long-term deal with him, because if not, I mean, do you see him holding out if he doesn't get a long-term deal?
I mean, he could hold out, but it's going to cost you money when it's time for training camp.
But I mean, because we seen CD do that. He was gone the whole camp. I was mad
But
because I was
also
there
look
and
how
didn't get to
much
see him.
money he lost.
Well, I think Jerry and them repackaged it in the contract at the end and took care of it. I get that aspect of it, but I'm just saying, is it a chess move by Mulugeta and GP? Should we get ready as Cowboy fans if the Cowboys don't do a long-term deal and he's supposed to report on the tag that we're going to hear about him holding out?
I don't know. The thing is, certain the way that Mulugeta moves, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was in the sports genre, Mulugeta would not be the agent that I want representing me.
But he's the highest paid agent, though.
I don't care if you're the highest paid.
He gets his players money. That's what matters, right?
I don't know. Let's be real on a lot of things with Mulugeta. I'm not taking nothing.
I'm not trying to pick a side. I'm just trying to get a dialogue here.
I'm not taking nothing from him, but if you're not listening to what I want instead of going for your own interests and everything, then I have an issue with that. That's why T. Higgins and some other players have fired him.
Is that why Micah Parsons keeps coming back to the Mavericks games in Dallas and hang out in Dallas, because he misses Dallas and he didn't want to go to Green Bay? And Mulugeta made him go?
His primary residence is still in Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like we have, Atlanta Falcons have like 3 or 4 players on their rosters, and their home base is still Dallas.
Got it. Well, we've wrapped up offensive linemen here as we kicked off the offense. And next week, guess what? We're going to talk about running backs, then wide receivers, and finally, do you think we draft a quarterback? But let us know in the comments if you've been hanging on with us this whole show. Thank you, Kels, for running through all of those positions. Let us know how many linemen, offensive linemen total, guards, tackles, all of that.
Did you run the mock draft yet?
No, they changed it up, and I'm not familiar with it, and I'm not about to fight with it right now. They rechanged the whole design on it, and I was playing with it while you were talking, and pause. Yeah, we'll have to come back with the mock draft next week. I need to get a little more familiar on that, but like you said,
offensive line, we could squeeze the offensive line in next week too.
Oh, you're talking about on the mock draft? Yeah, because only way the Cowboys are going to draft a running back, I would think, is if Jeremiah Love fell to 12, right?
They better not. I'm sorry. I like Jadarian Price and I like Jeremiah Love, but right now we got some other needs that's more important than a running back position right now.
I'm just curious though, because he fell to me in one of the mock drafts, and boy, the media is going to eat that up, Kels, if Love, and I know we just re-signed Javonte, I get it, but it's just looking at it from an optics thing. It's going to be interesting, but we're going to be talking about running backs as he tops the chart next week. The Cowboys don't need a running back. We just signed our running back, but we're still going to evaluate these running backs, because I don't even know, do we draft a running back with one of these 8 picks, Kels? Because we still got Phil Maffa, Jaden Blue.
So the thing with Jaden Blue is
we just re-signed Javonte. We still got fullback Hunter Lipke, which we know been playing a little bit more tight end and out.
The thing is, we can honestly release Jaden Blue.
What? Don't say that too loud. Cowboy fans gonna hate you for that, Kills. They thought Jaden Blue was the next thing coming since Emmitt Smith.
Is this a face that look like I care? No, I'm just saying, because sometimes, like when you're draft in like the 6th and 7th rounds, sometimes they don't keep you.
Exactly. Not everybody that gets drafted actually
after,
makes the team either, right?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. After the first year, they don't keep you. They can either trade you or release you.
Oh, I see. You're talking about Jaden Blue specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got you. Well, it's going to be interesting. So make sure you come tap back in with us next week. Shout out to all of our Built Different Group supporters. Thank you. This show was brought to you by your support. Special shout out to all of our Patreons. We're kicking off April 1st, Position Predictions 2.0. That's why we've been asking, how many offensive linemen do you think the Cowboys are going to draft? But we're going to talk about running backs next week. Thank you to all the professionals on LinkedIn. Thank you to all of the subs on YouTube. We appreciate y'all tapping in. If you watch this after the fact, make sure you use hashtag replay. And Kels, I know you got a couple more questions, anything before we get out of here?
No, I'm reading B-Mac. I don't think they're going to release him. Honestly, I would put Jaden Blue on for special teams because we need somebody else in special teams to alleviate some of the reps with Turpin if they're going to incorporate Turpin on the regular line. We have another special team positional piece that can do the kickoff returns and stuff. Love is better than all the other names you name. Well, big time. Yeah, Love is good, but also his partner Jadarian Price is just as good as him.
I would love for you to check your DMs big time and come back up with us next week as a special guest. Shoot me a DM and let me know we need a special guest. You fit the bill. Come talk to us and tell us how good Love is as we kick off running backs. Kales did a great job. Thank you for all of the work and the time and the extra intel that you got for us here to share with us today. We always appreciate your work. Y'all give a round of applause to Kales with the intel working out here. We are on our 7th episode. I can't believe this. Next week, Kales, it'll be 2 months. We've already got into this. It seems like it just started.
Yeah. I was telling somebody, I said, I don't know if we're on 7, 8, I don't know. But
exactly. It's been rolling.
Running backs, I can tell you right now, the Cowboys are looking at it's 10 running backs that they're very interested in, and one of them is a serviceman from Navy, and I like him.
Oh, shit, don't get me excited. I'm looking forward to that.
I have watched him play. Like I said, I live in the area, so
yeah.
I'm fortunate to get the Navy games and everything.
Right.
And one of my choir directors, he's the choir director for the Navy, the U.S. Navy Gospel choir. And he was like, "Hey Kelly, I'm able to get some, tickets to the Navy game. Do you want to go?" And I just wasn't able to make it to any of the Navy games.
Okay.
But, this is a bad brother, and he showed his whole entire ASS at the East-West Shrine Bowl.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it, y'all. Make sure you use hashtag replay if you watch this after the fact. Make sure you press like and share the video at a minimum. Thank you for donating stars. If you became a subscriber, all your support helps, especially as we go through these positions. We're going to be right back next week with running back. We'll see y'all back in the gym Sunday, 5 p.m., 8 p.m. on the East Coast next Sunday. Position Predictions 2.0. We out.
Peace.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.